Back-to-school shopping season is so important to the PC industry that many companies announced their updated systems back in the spring, before schools had even let out for the summer. Now that all the major players have shown their cards, we feel confident in recommending a handful of machines to students. Starting at the more portable end of the spectrum, there's a new Surface Pro from Microsoft. It had been a while since Microsoft refreshed its laptop-tablet hybrid, but now that the Pro has fresh internals, it once again feels like a safe bet. In addition to your usual latest gen Intel Core M and i-series CPUs, you get support for hardware 4K video decoding. What's more, the Core i5 model is now fanless, allowing for much quieter performance than before. The hinge also goes down further, making it easier for artists working with the Surface Pen, which, by the way, now has double the pressure sensitivity. The keyboard is more comfortable too, though unfortunately it's still sold separately from the main machine. Lastly, the battery life is longer, and I do mean longer. Whereas we used to get 7 hours and change on the last gen Surface Pro 4, we now get more than 13.5. Nicely done, Microsoft. Don't need a tablet-style device? Dell's XPS 13 has been our favorite Windows laptop since it was first released 2.5 years ago. And it's kept its place thanks to Dell being super on the ball about upgrading to newer Intel processors. Not only that, but the XPS 13 has always had a super light, compact design with a nearly bezel-less display, a comfortable keyboard, and healthy battery life that's gotten longer over the years. It's been easy for Dell to keep up with the competition when it already had a nearly flawless product. That said, if you want something slightly more versatile than a regular clamshell notebook, check out HP's 13-inch Spectre X360. Like other convertibles out there, the X360 has, you guessed it, a 360-degree hinge allowing you to flip back the display into tablet mode. What makes HP's offering stand out, though, is its lightweight design, comfortable keyboard, long battery life, and the fact that there's still a full-sized USB port. Also, it has a Windows Hello-capable webcam, meaning you can log in with your face instead of a password. In our tests, Windows Hello logins have always been fast and consistently accurate. For the Mac fans out there, we recommend both the MacBook and the MacBook Pro line, but for the purposes of this video, let's focus on the 13-inch Pro, which I like even better than the 12-inch MacBook. For the same starting price of $1299, you get more powerful performance and longer battery life, along with a bigger selection of ports. And no, it won't be quite as small or as light as the 2-pound MacBook, but it's no heavier than the MacBook Air, if that's any indication of how portable this thing is. While that entry-level SKU will be enough for many, there's a good reason to upgrade to the top-of-the-line $1799 model. That's the only way to get the 13-inch Pro with a touch bar and a built-in fingerprint sensor. Moving on, we also have a couple desktops in our guide, including Apple's iMac line, which just got a modest refresh earlier this summer. Though the overall design and footprint remain the same, the screen is now 43% brighter with support for 1 billion colors. There's also an extra Thunderbolt port and faster processors and graphics under the hood. Apple's hybrid Fusion drives come standard on more machines, though the bottom two configurations for the 21-inch models still come with spinning hard drives by default. Take our advice and spend a little money upgrading to a flash-based drive instead. You will definitely feel the speed improvements. Lastly, for the power users among you, Apple now offers a version of its Magic Keyboard with a built-in number pad. Just remember, it doesn't come standard and actually costs extra, so if you want one, remember to tick that box online before you sign off on your order. If all these machines seem too expensive, you might consider a Chromebook. What's funny is that at $550, Samsung's Chromebook Pro is one of the more expensive offerings, but in the grand scheme of things, it still qualifies as a budget notebook. The reason we suggest splashing out a little extra on a nicer Chromebook is that for the money, you get a more powerful Core M3 processor and a sharp 2400 by 1600 touchscreen to match. In addition to faster performance, you also get the option of running Android apps and having pen input, which should broaden the ways you can use the system. If you do use the pen, you'll benefit from machine learning, which makes the Chromebook better at handwriting recognition. And if you don't write much, don't worry. The pen stows neatly inside the laptop where you won't lose it. And that's only some of the 11 computers we recommend in our 2017 back-to-school shopping guide. Check out Engadget.com to learn about the rest.